Hello, my name is Anastasia.
And my name is Sophia, and today we would like to tell you about crimes, and some of them are very famous.
I would like to speak about Gucci family. Lots of people love buying clothes, and Gucci is one of the most famous fashion houses in the world. It was started in Italy in 1921 by a man named Gucci. He was a designer who made leather bags and suitcases. He had a small shop in Florence, and the shop was the beginning of the family business. And by 1953, Gucci's four sons, Eldo, Vasco, Ugo and Rodolfo, were all working for the company. But when Gucci died in 1953, his eldest son, Eldo, became the head of Gucci and took the label to America, while Rodolfo managed the Italian side of business. Eldest son, Pablo, wasn't get on with his father and uncle Rodolfo, so he made plans to start his own company called Pablo Gucci. But when Eldo discovered this, he sicked Pablo and made it impossible for his son to start his own fashion business. Pablo was so angry that he told the Italian police that his father wasn't paying enough tax. Eldo was sent to prison for a year and a day. When Eldo died in 1990, his nephew Maurizio became the head of Gucci. But unfortunately, he wasn't a good businessman, so he lost $60 million in 1 year, and it was the worst year in Gucci family business. Maurizio was also having problems with his marriage, so one day he went on a business trip and decided not to go back to his wife Patrizia Rugani. They finally got divorced in 1994, and a year later, Patrizia hired a gunman to kill her ex-husband. And on the 27th of March in 1995, the gunman shot and killed Patrizia while he was walking to work. Patrizia was sent to prison for 26 years. Gucci products are still sold all over the world, but unfortunately, there are no members in the success company we know today.
And I would like to continue to speak about Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde was criminals. Bonnie Parker was born in 1910 in Ravenna, Texas, and she was very intelligent. Clyde's full name was Clyde Barrow, and he was born in 1909 in Ellis County, Texas. Bonnie met Clyde in 1913, and they committed many crimes in the next 4 years. They robbed 15 banks, petrol stations, small shops, and they also stole cars too. Once Clyde sent a letter to Henry Ford to thank him, and he told him that his cars were his favorite cars to steal. But Clyde also had a violent side too. He probably killed 10 or 11 people. And in January 1934, Clyde helped their friends to escape from a TKS prison. But the TKS police decided what a time to stop Bonnie and Clyde. And 6 police officers killed the pair of criminals, then they were in their car. And Bonnie and Clyde, they were so famous that many people went to see the car and tried to steal their clothes.
My last point is devoted to perfect crime. This crime is connected with family. In the beginning of the play, Alice was happy and she was in love with her husband Henry. She was waiting him, and when he arrived, he told his wife that he fell in love with Katie, and Bob won't miss him because he is too young. Katie is Henry's lover, and Bob is Henry's and Alice's son. Alice was so shocked and didn't know how to react, so she took an ice statue and hit him over the head. Then she phoned the police and turned on the central heating. Her explanation to police was that she was putting the baby to bed and came downstairs but found Henry on the kitchen floor. All the policemen were thirsty because it was too hot in the room, and they drank whiskey with ice from the ice statue. So in this way, Alice hired a weapon. And she was very happy because she did the perfect crime.
And our last topic is devoted to students who loved history so much. In 1974, local farmers accidentally discovered world-famous terracotta army near the ancient city of Xi'an in China. And archaeologists immediately called the terracotta army the fount of the century. And thousands of people visit the terracotta army each day in the museum in Xi'an. And one day Pablo Wendell visited this museum like a normal tourist, but he was carrying a bag with something special in it. It was a brown costume that looked very old, and it was an exact copy of uniform that terracotta soldiers were wearing. Pablo quickly put on his soldier's uniform, covered his face in brown paint, and jumped down into the area then the terracotta army was standing. And security officers saw him, but Pablo was well prepared and knew exactly what to do. He found a space in lines and stood completely still. And the police arrived, but nobody knew which was a real person and which there were statues. And however, after a few minutes, one of the policemen finally found him. But Pablo didn't move a muscle. In the end, the police officers had to pick him up like a statue and carry him away. And the officers after that asked Pablo a lot of questions to find out why he was there. And he told that he loved the terracotta army so much and wanted to be a part of it for just one day. And the police decided not to arrest him, probably because Pablo didn't touch or break terracotta soldiers. But he took away his uniform and told him not to do it again. And after that they sent him back to the Guangzhou where he was studying. And in the end of our presentation we would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And please don't forget about culture values.
Think about ours, not just yourself.
Stand up for what you think is right.
And don't lie, always tell the truth.
Respect other people's opinions and beliefs.
Don't damage our people's property.
Don't hurt people or animals, and don't steal.
With love from Bright!